Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. First off, I'm sorry if you can hear the vehicles because it is that time of the day where school, like high school, grade school, is out and people are going by like crazy, and I'm next to my window. I'm going to be doing a review of the Lorac Brunch Pro palette. Now this does retail for $44. You can get this on their website and you can get this at Ulta. I don't know if you can get this at Kohl's or not, but you can get it at Ulta. Again, $44. It comes with the palette and a mini eye primer and a brush. I love the packaging because it's white, it's beautiful, it's pretty. You open it up. It has the dual-ended little brush with a flat shader on this side, and then the dome fluffy brush on this side. So I think for the price, this is really good because you do get, again, a primer, a palette, and a dual-sided brush. But you open up the palette and it is white on the front and the back, but it is that kind of like holographic white, if you can see like that rainbowy thing to it. It says Lorac Los Angeles and Pro in these pastel letters. So if you don't know, this is a straight up pastel spring palette. This is perfect for those light days, or if you just want to like add a pop of color. It does come with a big mirror, and you open it up and these are what these shadows look like they do on the hand is how they do on the eye. I love Lorac's eyeshadows. They are a little like powdery, so you just have to dust away the excess whenever you dip your brush into it, but that's something with all of their palettes, and it doesn't really bother me to, you know, just tap off the little extra powder. I will go through and I will swatch all of these. I will tell you the matte, shimmers, their pigmentation, which ones there are like one or two in here that are a little less pigmented than the others that you have to really build up. But other than that, again, I'll show you every shade. So I'm going to go through first off before I start swatching anything, and I'm going to go through and tell you what they are, like the names with the shades, and if they're matte, shimmery, like that. I'll go ahead and do that first before I start swatching. So up here in the left top corner, you have lavender, which is just a very light lavender shade. That one is a matte light lavender. Then you have the one below it, which is Jelly Donut. It is just like another matte, very light, powdery pink color. Now this one is the one that is a little less pigmented than the others once you swatch it. Then below that you have Bloody Mary, which is just a kind of red undertoned coral. And it is a shimmer shade, like a shimmery sheen. But yeah, it's just like a red undertoned coral. And then you have Mimosa down at the bottom. This one is extremely pigmented and it's so pretty. It's a matte, light tangerine shade. And then you start back up the top. This one is Eggs Benny, which is, you know, very cute for Eggs Benedict. And it is like a really shimmery, like very finely milled glitter. Like there's not really glitter, but there are specks in there, but they're very finely milled throughout it. It is just like a kind of green undertoned gray. And then you have Pancakes down below, which is just a shimmery nude color. Like this is beautiful. The only thing I have wrong with this is like I wish it had a setting color, like a neutral setting shade. Like if Pancakes was not shimmery and it was matte, it would be perfect, because I'm the type of person, and I know a lot of other people are too, but not everybody, this is my own opinion of this, and when I put down my primer, I like to go in with a very light neutral shade to just set that primer down and give the rest of my shadows a base to start blending out and everything. So that is the only thing I wish that they would have done with this, is just had a very light matte neutral shade for that. But that's the only negative thing I have to say is, for me personally, I wish that there was a matte neutral shade. But then down below that you have Blueberry Scone. This is a very pigmented, light, kind of periwinkle sky blue shade. It's matte and it is so beautiful. It's just like a light powdery blue. Oh, I love it. It's so pretty. And then down below that you have Smoothie, which is just like this very light pinky purple shimmer shade. And then at the top again you have Gluten Free, which is a white creamy, it's not like white, but it does have a cream shade to it, so it's like a creamy white shimmer. Like this is like straight up inner corner white highlight. And then you have Sorbet, which is a matte kind of light pinky mauve shade. And then you have Moonlight, which is just like Gluten Free, but a gold version. You could even use these, because they are so shimmery, you could use these two as highlights. If you are fair light, then you can use Gluten Free, like actual face highlights. If you are medium tan darker, you can use Moonlight. I don't know, Moonlight might be a little bit too light if you are a deep skin tone, but you could test it and see. But if you are medium tan, then you can definitely use Moonlight as a highlight, because it is a straight up shimmery gold highlight shade. And then down below that is French Toast, which is just like a greenish brown taupe. I'm horrible at descriptions. And then you have Hot Sauce at the top, which is another pigmented one. It's just like a more orange toned coral. As in Bloody Mary was like a real red undertoned coral. This one up here is like a true orange undertoned coral. And then it's a matte, by the way. And then Valet is a matte. It's a very light. This is another one just like Jelly Done It. You have to build up just a little bit extra. But it is a matte, very, very, very light gray. And then you have Avocado Toast, which is one of my personal favorites, with Blueberry Scone. Love those two shades. This is one of my favorite colors. It is a matte, very light, minty greenish color. It is absolutely beautiful. I know I'm going to get a lot of use out of that one and the Blueberry Scone one. And then the last one down here in the corner is Sunday Fun Day, which is kind of just like a peachy, rosy, undertoned nude. It is a deeper nude, but it's like a rosy, peachy tone. And it's a shimmer. This is like one of those all over lid shades. It's like perfect for that like overall shimmer, and then just add another color to the crease. So I went over all the descriptions of everything. Now I'm just going to show you swatches. I didn't think this through, and I did them a little upside down. Hopefully you can see these. My light isn't washing them out. So this one right here, this purple is lavender, and this light powdery pink is Jelly Donut, and then you have Bloody Mary, and then you have Mimosa. And then up here at the top, going left to right, you have Eggs Benny, then you have Pancakes, Blueberry Scone, and Smoothie. So this top one up here is gluten free. This sorbet one, this one right here is sorbet. It is like a muted begonia color, if you know what begonia is. After I was looking at it, that's what it reminded me of more, was a begonia. And this right here is Moonlight, and this one over here is French Toast. This one on the bottom is Hot Sauce. Then you have Valet, and then you have Avocado Toast, and then you have Sunday Fun Day. So yeah, those are all of these shades. I hope that you can see them, and again, my light isn't washing them out too much just because they are pastel shades. Overall, if you are just wanting a palette for like an everyday basis that you're going to wear all the time, I mean, probably would pass on this. But if you're like me and you're obsessed with makeup and you want those light, fun colors, because sometimes you don't want to go with complete intense neon shades and you want to mute them down, but you do want some pop of color, then this palette is going to be perfect for that. That's what I got this for, is because some of the like more bright shades that I have to add a pop of color are like neon. I don't have any muted down pastel shades. But like I said, if you're wanting something for like an everyday basis that you can wear all the time, then you probably will not like this palette. But if you want another palette to add to your collection that has random colors to just add a pop of color with, then this is great. Instead of going and buying individual shadows, that are just going to take up so much space and that are probably going to cost a lot more. I don't even think I mentioned this in the beginning of the video, but you get 16 shades with this with their basic size that Lorac offers. You have 16 shades, an eye primer, and a dual-ended brush. I think for $44, that's great. And click that little red button down there and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, everyone.